Ahoy Captains, it's Maz again with another video from World of Warships Legends. And today we have a let's play for you in the Hyuga. This is the Japanese Tier 5 Tech Tree battleship. We happen to be in a game of domination on the map Warrior's Path. I like this map Warrior's Path on the lower tiers when it's kind of zoomed in like this. And I'm not just saying that because I do well in this match. It's actually a really good map. Now we spawned on the westernmost side of the map, so we're just going to go straight ahead and see what we can find. While we're getting into position, we're going to get our commander up on the screen right quick here. Because once the action starts, it does not stop. We're using our usual Japanese battleship commander, Takeo Takagi. And we have our inspirations of Cunningham and Admiral Hipper. I find that with the higher tier Japanese battleships, you get set on fire a lot with this build, so that's why I have Hipper as my second inspiration. And as you saw there, we have all the usual generic offensive all or nothing skills. That's all we need to say about that. So just one more random tidbit about this match is that it was supposed to be a throwaway match. I just booted up the game to have a couple of battles and a few ships I needed some footage for my year-end video that I released not too long ago. All I wanted was one clip of the Hyuga slapping some fool. And boy, did we start slapping in this match. Now the Hyuga is an interesting ship, just like a lot of these Japanese battlecruisers. It's got 6 turrets and 12 guns. Now you can see that massive superstructure in the front too, like they all have. And that causes a couple of them, at least the higher tiers, to have pretty poor firing angles when facing forward. You gotta get pretty broadside to get to full salvo away. The Hyuga doesn't really have that problem. You can stay fairly angled while letting loose a full salvo from all 6 turrets. But regardless, I still like to play all my high tier Japanese battlecruisers backwards. So that's the position I eventually want to get myself into. Now at the same time, it just all depends on what the enemy's up to and what type of ships you're up against. And because we do have a cruiser buddy in front of us screening torps from the enemy destroyer, that opens the door for us to push forward. And push forward we shall. We're only up against tier 4s and tier 5s in this match, so we are the top tier. And look at this Marblehead just chilling there in the distance. We had a full salvo away on him. And whammo! Devastating strike, first sinking of the match, first blood medal too. And we're already on the board. Now earlier we got a Citadel against this Krasny Krim. And so he's at half health only right now. We're going to see if we might be able to finish him off. Unfortunately for us, he saw it coming. Or he's just doing pirouettes, who knows at this tier. You know, we got a failed division on our team, so yeah, that's low tier for ya. Alright, now we missed him the first time. We're not going to let that happen the second time. We're going to get all our turrets turned and get every single cannon on target here. The enemy team was preoccupied with our friendly Omaha. We decided to go on a suicide run straight up the middle of the map. Looked like the enemy Japar did a drive-by on him. Alright, Krasny Krim, shots away. Oh, those look so nice. And because he was at more than half health, that's our second devastating strike of the match. We have 2 kills already. Now obviously from the title of the video, it's a bit of a spoiler, we do get quite a few sinkings in this match. You know, at times in this match it did feel like we were 1 versus all. But at the same time, that probably allowed us to have this great game. Now while the enemy team was preoccupied with their teammates, that gave us the chance to make the turn that we wanted to do from the beginning. That way it's going to be a little bit easier for us to get full salvos away. And it's also going to help us punish some mistakes that the enemy team is making. When you're playing a BB, there is a fine line between pumping out as many shells as possible with your limited number of shots, and holding your shots until you have the perfect target. Here I'm going to fire my back 4 turrets at the bow of the Doria and only get about 3k damage. If I'd waited a little, I would have had a better target. But if I hadn't chipped that 3k off, I may not have been able to kill him later. Guess it's all swings and roundabouts, as the Galloping Major says. Enemy Congo pushing up the center there. He's fully broadside to us, we cannot pass that up, so we're going to let loose on him. If memory serves me right, I don't think any of our kills are kill pinches in this match either. We do a fair amount of damage against every ship that we sink, as evidenced by our high damage total. I don't know where I'm going with this. I mean, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but screw it. I don't get to toot my horn very often. I'm not that good of a player. So insert tooting noise now. I'll do it myself. Toot toot. But hey, we got some strategy mixed into this match too, right? Now to make sure we were able to damage this Congo as much as possible, we did hit our brakes because we were about to lose him behind the island there. We did manage to get one last salvo off against him, and that was our third kill of the match already. We've got ourselves a decent reload time on this Hyuga with our build. Only the Fuso has a quicker reload at the tier when you compare all the ships with 356mm guns, or 14 inchers. Combine that with its high number of guns, and you have the ship with the second best HE and AP DPMs in the tier. Now we have the Androdoria in our sights, and again we're able to get a full salvo off against him, and that resulted in our fourth kill of the match already. We have all the kills for our team right now, and since they have 2 caps and they're hitting points, it does feel like it's us against the world. You know, sometimes when you play this game as much as I do, you get a little jaded. You feel like you're the only one doing anything out there, but really, you're just seeing things from your own perspective. One thing that's worth pointing out is that we're not attracting much attention from the enemy team in this match. The rest of my teammates are tanking or flat out taking all the damage, and no doubt that's something that contributed to our success this match. So I guess what I'm trying to say is don't let your past experiences with the game affect how you play in your current match. Always stick to your own game plan. Now we had one more full salvo against the Texas, way off in the distance there, but we did hit him with a couple of shells, and that resulted in the high caliber medal. We're not even halfway through this match yet, so now we're just sailing our ship into position to try and line up this Nevada. We recognized that he was about to go full broadside, so we used our second reload booster. I don't know if you noticed, but we kind of already wasted one at the beginning of the match because we wanted it for a clip. That cuts our reload time down in half. And there you go, the Kraken unleashed, and that also gets us the Confederate medal. Kraken, High Caliber, and Confederate all before the halfway point of the match. Holy smokes, everything is coming up Millhouse for us today. But it's not exactly going very well for our team. The enemy still controls 2 caps, and they're also up in points. So we can't let our foot off the gas yet. We have a friendly battleship in the south that is being pushed by 2 cruisers there, the Trento and the Graf's Bay. And so what we figured is we take advantage of that, get them into a nasty crossfire. Plus we also want to go over there to help out our teammate. He's getting out DPM'd right now, and we don't want to lose any more ships if we can help it. First shot out at the Trento. Results are not going to be that great. Those are just the front couple of turrets though. Get our back turrets involved because why not? And that ends up being a lot better. Salvo of 16k, I'll take it. Boy, did that Trento ever have tunnel vision. He was not paying attention to us at all, and we just start citadeling the bejesus out of him. He did start laying his smoke, but it was too little too late. We really chopped him down. Unfortunately, he did start turning out. He was able to dodge our last couple salvos. We just left him with a little string of health. Thought for sure that our battleship buddy would finish him off. But nope, he got torped instead. And you know why? It's because he actually was AFK. A failed division and AFK. I have a feeling that it's one of those players that has to wear a helmet at all times. I'm still allowed to make jokes like that in 2023. I'm never really sure anymore. I hate to offend anyone, but you know, when I was a kid, they used to have those kids wear hockey helmets, and I always thought, I wonder what kind of helmets they wear in places where they don't play hockey. Rugby, maybe? Well, maybe this is like a bicycle helmet. Boy, this commentary's gone off the rails a little bit, hasn't it? Oh well, we'll keep it in there. Not too many people watch this stuff anyways. So yeah, what's our team up to here? Well, at least our teammates got the Alpha Cap, so that's a big help. But now we have a Graf's Bay bearing down on us. And he's got some long distance torps. if we don't play this properly, he can actually mess us up pretty badly. If he gets close enough, he might be even able to citadel us. We do know he's a long reload though, so what we did was we took a chance and turned our ship around and we started kiting him. Did get a little greedy though. We stopped our kite halfway because we saw that he was broadside to us, so we wanted to get our front two turrets away on him. It was worth it though. Those front two turrets got 6k off of him. We know what the Spey has 8-kilometer torps, so we knew that those torps would be incoming at one point or another. And there's our buddy the Trento in the distance. He popped back up on our screen. We didn't want anyone pinching that kill from us. He would have wanted us to finish him off, right? That's the way I would have wanted it anyways. And there it is, our 6-pack. It was just a matter of wearing down this Graf Spey. I had a feeling that he had weak bow armor. I can't quite remember. I just assumed I could overmatch him, and that's exactly what I did. You can just see the firepower that this Hyuga has. All those turrets and a decent reload. It does have the second best DPM at the tier, trailing only its sister ship, the Fuso. And that Graf Spey kill is our 7th kill of the match, tying a personal record. Oh, we had so much time left in the match. It's too bad we couldn't get that one last salvo off against that Gepard. Never had an opportunity at a 8-kill match before. But in the end, I'm just happy our team was able to come back and get that win, so that this 7-kill effort wasn't wasted. Unlike our next video, so stay tuned for that one because it is a bit of a head scratcher. So here we are at the end screen. We ended that match with over 208,000 in damage. Pretty good for tier 5. Of course, our 7 sinkings. Not sure what to call that. American touchdown. And then we have our Kraken Unleashed medal, Confederate medal, and High Caliber medal. A couple of devastating strikes to boot. And 7 citadels. So overall, pretty packed on the stat screen. Gotta say, the Hyuga is probably my favorite tier 5 battleship. Doesn't really suffer from the inaccuracies that other Japanese battleships have at long distance. Team results screen is pretty packed too, over 3,200 in base XP, and a nice earnings page too. Well, if you guys did enjoy that video, if you did, hit that thumbs up button for me, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of my videos, feel free to leave a comment down below, and as always, take care of yourselves and do what makes you happy.